Greetings, television family. We have gathered once again for an abbreviated week of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. It is Tuesday, the 5th day of July, 2022. I hope you had a chance to enjoy the fireworks display in person at Walla Walla Point Park yesterday evening. It was a good time, was had by all, and if you didn't, you got a chance to watch it right here on the NCW Live channel. Great show. Good job to Kylie and the crew there. And by the way, we'll show selected highlights of the fireworks extravaganza in the back half of the program. The weather was nice, a little chilly. Most people were in sweatshirts, myself included, as we broadcast live from the roof of the Town Toyota Center. But all in all, it was a good time. But in the interest of full disclosure, I'm tired. I don't stay up that late. So I'm working on about 3 hours of sleep, but we'll get through it together. You and me and the coffee, we'll make it happen. Anyway, good time was had by all. And happy 246th birthday, America. What do we have weather-wise? Very pleasant week. And a few passing high clouds here and there. We're going to start a gradual warming trend. We're going to hover right around the mid-80s, really all week long. We had a bit of a cooling trend on Saturday. It was 87. On Sunday, we only got to 76. Then yesterday, only 74. And a normal high this time of the year is 84. So a little on the cool side this weekend. We had some thunderstorms, very isolated thunderstorms, but they did get some to the north of us. We kind of skirted by the Wenatchee Valley for the most part. But all in all, the weather's looking good. We'll have the news. We had some fireworks-related fires over the weekend. Chelan County Sheriff's Office responded to 27 calls just yesterday for fireworks. Douglas County Sheriff's Office, they had it easier. They responded to 9 calls about fireworks. Wenatchee Police Department, 22 dispatches for fireworks. But now we're done with that. And of course, now East Wenatchee, their fireworks ban is now official. You could have done it within the city limits up until midnight last night, and that's done. So, sports, Mariners won, beat San Diego in interleague play, beat them pretty handily. We'll have highlights of that and everything else you need to get your day going. And let's get our day going with 54 degrees. Let's take our tour around north central Washington. We begin, as always, with the Wenatchee Heights camera. That camera came in very handy during our fireworks display. We had 4 cameras. We used that camera. Of course, it was zoomed in towards Walla Walla Point Park, and then we had 3 other cameras on the roof of the Town Toyota Center, so we were able to bring you some pretty spectacular footage last night. And if you missed it, we'll show it for you in the back half of the program. The Columbia River, again, is high and is cold. I mentioned this yesterday during the broadcast last night. There were a lot less boats out in the Columbia for the fireworks display than in years past, and I think it's because the Columbia is running rather rapid and is rather cool. So a lot of people stayed off the water over the weekend. Good morning to the valley. Camera 2, I don't know. The captain gets to decide. He wants to go visit. I want to say that's the Hose Landing camera. It is the Hose Landing camera, high, basically across the Columbia River from Aniat. So we're looking down towards the orchards of Orondo and off towards the dam and all the way back to the Wenatchee Valley proper. Get those bugs off of there. So that's a nice view from Hose Landing. I had to drive up that one time with the Sky-Fi crew. It's kind of a hairy drive. It's a 1-lane road, and if somebody's coming the other way, forget about it. Somebody's going to have to back up for a long way. But anyway, Hose Landing, good morning to our friends in the Orondo area and Lake Aniak. Camera number 3. Looks like Lake Wenatchee chimes, not Lake Wenatchee, Lake Chelan chimes in. That looks to maybe be Green's Knob. That's the knob, yeah. That's the farthest camera that we have up Lake Chelan way. Now there are Sky-Fi towers that go even farther up Lake Chelan, but they don't have cameras on them to my knowledge, or if they do, they didn't tell us about it. In any event, that's the Green's Knob camera looking up towards Holden Village and Stehekin way off into the distance. Nice view there. And camera number 4. Good morning to the Senator George Seller Bridge from the Cascadian South. That's what I want to say, that we have 2 cameras on the roof of the Cascadian, 1 points south, 1 points north. I'm assuming, since we're looking at the Senator George Seller Bridge, that would be the south camera on Cascadian. You see the trains, Burlington, Northern Santa Fe. You got to love those guys. We had to wait to get out of the parking lot at Walla Walla Point Park. The show ended at about 10:30. We had to load all the gear into the broadcast van, and then you have to wait for the traffic to clear. And sure enough, right about 11:10 or so, we had to wait for about a half an hour. As soon as we get out of the parking lot, we started heading back towards the broadcast Metroplex. Here comes the train. Yeah. it, but we got through it all right. Anyway, good morning to the Senator George Seller Bridge. Without further ado, let's do a forecast from the National Weather Service, and that's not a misprint. Got 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 86, 92. That's what we have. It's going to be dry. It's going to be fairly warm. That's just about average. There's still a passing shower is possible tonight into Wednesday. I wouldn't bet on it. So partly sunny skies today. We'll top off at 85. We'll dip down to 63 for the overnight low tonight. That's pretty mild. We'll have a few more clouds. That's going to hold the heat in. Right now, it's 55 degrees outside of our studios. We do it all over again. Again, a high of mid-80s anyway on Wednesday with an overnight low of 61. More sunshine Thursday, high of 85. Friday, 85. Saturday, 85. Quite a bit of sunshine on Friday and Saturday. We will see a few passing clouds today, tomorrow, and Thursday. We'll be done with that on Friday and Saturday and Sunday, and then we warm up to the 90s again on Monday. So very typical July weather for the Wenatchee Valley, and those afternoon high temperatures fairly comfortable. Sunny and mild, but not hot. And I can live with that after a cooler than normal weekend, especially Sunday and Monday. Again, we only got to 74 yesterday, but that's fine. It was a beautiful day out at Walla Walla Point Park, and thanks to everybody who helped make that big celebration happen. It's good to see everybody gathered again. Haven't been able to do that since 2019. 2020 was COVIDed out, and last year they canceled the party. They still have the fireworks, of course, the last couple of years, but they didn't have the gathering at Walla Walla Point Park because of the oppressive heat. That wasn't the issue yesterday. Everybody had a good time. 7 minutes after the hour, after a break, we will have your Tuesday morning news. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life Channel.
Join NCW Life for live coverage of Wenatchee Valley 4th, Monday, Independence Day.
You've got a lot to do today. While you're out and about, remember to dispose of your unused medications safely and anonymously. It's a simple act that makes your home a safer place. Next time you're at the pharmacy, just place them in the drop box. To find a location, visit medproject.org.
Did you know that nearly 50% of pet poisoning cases involve human medications and prescription drugs? Sometimes the culprit's a curious dog, but cats get into their share of trouble as well. Other times, pet owners mistakenly give their pets their own medications that are safe to people but toxic to their pets. Dr. Shauna Baez and her staff care about your pets. Go to pawsandclawsvh.com for a complete list of medications to avoid or call 888-PAWS.
Outside of a few high clouds, we're looking good. 54 degrees here in the big city. Into the 80s we go today, tomorrow, Thursday. I got to remember it's Monday, isn't it? Yeah. So, I mean, it's Tuesday. It feels like a Monday, but we're going to be in the mid-80s. A couple of passing clouds here and there, then quite a bit of sunshine right into the weekend. It is looking good. 8 minutes after the hour, your news. Firefighters had to respond to at least 3 fires in Wenatchee and East Wenatchee. All of these on Sunday. All of them apparently started by fireworks. Kay McKellar from Chelan County Fire District Number 1 and Douglas County Fire District Number 2 said just after 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, a brush fire was reported in the 1200 block of Dale Street. That's in East Wenatchee. Firefighters arrived to find a large juniper tree on fire. She said some kids had thrown smoke bombs into the juniper, and that ignited the fire. It was quickly extinguished. Then just after 9 p.m., again on Sunday, both districts again had to respond to a fire. This was in the 700 block of DeGage Street in East Wenatchee. That's another juniper was on fire there, apparently, in the backyard of a home. That fire was quickly contained. McKellar said that fire was started by men setting off fireworks. And then just after 10:30 on Sunday evening, a brush fire was reported beneath the Otabashian Bridge in Wenatchee, on the Wenatchee side of the bridge. Witnesses said it was started by people setting off fireworks. McKellar said the fire burned a brushy area about a quarter of the size of a football field near the railroad tracks. Firefighters were on that scene until almost midnight. A 29-year-old Brewster man was killed early Monday morning in a 2-vehicle accident on Highway 173. This was south of Brewster. The Washington State Patrol says Alejandro Recon Martinez, he was driving a 1995 Honda Civic South at about 1:20 in the morning when he lost control on a curve, struck the embankment, and re-entered the roadway where the vehicle came to rest in the northbound lane. It was then struck by a 2013 Toyota Corolla being driven by 20-year-old Romero Espino, also of Brewster. Martinez was killed in the accident. Espino was treated for his injuries at the scene. The State Patrol said the highway was partially blocked for more than 4.5 hours. The State Patrol is continuing their investigation. Firefighters rescued 3 pets from a mobile home fire in Moses Lake. This happened on Thursday on Marina Drive. Moses Lake firefighters reported that around 8:30 on Thursday, 8:30 in the evening on Thursday, they arrived to find flames showing from a single wide trailer, heavy smoke. The residents had evacuated safely, but told firefighters that their pets were still inside. Firefighters went into the mobile home and safely rescued the family pets and provided care. There were no injuries. Washington State Patrol continuing their search for a hit-and-run suspect after a vehicle struck a pedestrian this week. This happened in Grant County. The 14-year-old boy was seriously injured. The State Patrol said the hit-and-run happened about 3:50 in the morning on Wednesday on Highway 243, that's near Desert Air. The older model silver Chevrolet Cavalier fled southbound after hitting the teen. The teen had to be taken to Cadillac Regional Medical Center in Richland with severe injuries. State Patrol said the front end and the passenger side mirror of the vehicle was damaged. Anybody with information, you're asked to contact the State Patrol at 509-925-2698. Grant County Sheriff Tom Jones officially signed off at noon on Thursday after 11.
Thank you for allowing me to share an amazing career.
He announced earlier this year, Tom Jones said that he would not be seeking re-election and would be stepping down at the end of June, and he did just that on Thursday.
Thank you for allowing me to share an amazing career with you all. Stay safe and watch each other's backs and take care of one another. And lastly, but most importantly, to my wife Sherry and my daughters Taylor and Marissa, you stood on the sidelines and been the biggest cheerleaders so that I could live my dream. You have all made me a better man, husband, and father. Thank you is not enough. I'm excited for our next chapter. I love you. Lastly, be humble and kind, and always keep God in your life. Godspeed. G21 Mac out of service.
Sheriff Tom Jones' law enforcement career started in his hometown of Soap Lake, Washington, with the Soap Lake Police Department in 1992 as a reserve officer. He was then hired full-time in 95. From there, he lateraled over to Grant County Sheriff's Office in 1997. He spent the last 25 years with Grant County Sheriff's Office, nearly 12 of those years as the elected sheriff. Sheriff Jones has held the following positions within the office: Deputy, Corporal, Patrol Sergeant, Drug Task Force Sergeant, and Sheriff. His extra duties included EVOC Instructor, Patrol Procedures Instructor, Honored Guard member, Field Training Officer. We want to thank you for your 30 years of dedicated and honorable service to the citizens of Grant County. You are a selfless servant that will be truly missed. Best of luck, Godspeed in your next journey. GT1 out of service, 1307.
And finally, on this Tuesday, this is a pretty cool story. Some East Wenatchee police officers took some time off on Saturday from fighting the bad guys to get a special birthday greeting out.
Good morning, Dan, and I hope you all.
The officers stopped by to wish Doris Mosier a happy 101st birthday. Mosier has been an East Wenatchee resident for the last 46 years. She's the mother of 7 daughters, 20 grandchildren, 28 great-grandchildren, and 10 great-great-grandchildren. That's a lot of kids. The officers reported that they were happy to be able to share this special moment with a woman full of humor and endless stories in her life. Happy 101st to that young lady. And that's what's making headlines. At quarter after the hour, we'll be gathering together, disseminating the news and getting out for you tonight. At 5, 6, and 10, 5, 6, and 10 with Grant Olson in the anchor chair. I'll be handling sports. Do we have a preview from Grant, Tucker? Well, then let's play it.
Good morning, Dan, and I hope you all had a great holiday weekend. Coming up tonight on the NCW Life Evening News, after a cooler, wet holiday weekend, our weather this week will feature sunshine and warmer weather. I'll have all the details in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. And in sports, Eric Granstrom has the latest on the Mariners and the Apple Sox. That and all the day's news stories coming your way tonight at 5, 6, and 10 on the NCW Life Evening News. We hope to see you then. Dan?
Thank you very much, Grant. If you got a news tip, want to drop us a note and say hi, you can do it. Or not. It's free country. You can go to our Facebook page and use the Messenger app. You can email us directly, news@ncwlife.com, or you can go to our brand new website, ncwlife.com, and click on the Contact Us icon. It's pretty self-explanatory from there. When we come back, Mariners win. Huge home run from Julio Rodriguez. It may not have landed yet. The Mariners, no real problems with the Padres. Highlights are coming up with sports. This 1 minute away. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Yes, it's me. It's my husband. I think there's something the matter with him.
It was a feeling that I'll never forget, like being able to meet them and know that he survived.
Okay, tell me what's happening. Is he conscious? No, he's not. Okay, take a deep breath for me. I'm getting you help.
Rivercom means to me that I still have my husband here with me. They're the ones that guided me through saving his life.
The new Hummer EV is everything you want in an all-electric vehicle. It's powerful, reliable, comfortable, and will take you anywhere you want to go, on-road or off. Why buy one of those lesser EVs when you can have one that uses them for traction? Order your Hummer pickup or SUV today from Sangster Motors, batteries included.
"18 minutes after the hour in sports, Julio Rodriguez is really good. He blasted a shot way to the top of the warehouse down the left field line yesterday and led the way. The Mariners, no real problems against San Diego. 8-2 was the final. Cal Raleigh drove in 4 runs, including a bases-clearing double. Chris Flexen pitched very well. The Mariners have now won 3 in a row and 6 of their last 7. Here are your highlights.
Yesterday, 2-0. That is a home run. That is Julio Rodriguez. A 2-run shot the Mariners have. A 4-0 lead. Hey now for Julio.
Goodbye baseball, upper deck. The top terrace in left field down the line. Holy smokes, the kid did it again.
My goodness, 15th home run. Listen to these Mariner fans here in San Diego.
Back-to-back walks, 4 in all for Manaea now, and that's going to do it. The bases loaded for the Mariners. You have a 4-0 lead with 1 out, and out to make the change is Bob Melvin. Just not Manaea's day. New pitcher for the Padres is Taylor Scott. Pop-up in the infield, right side. Cronenworth calling and catching. Out number 2. Infield fly rule was in effect. 2 down.
And that'll bring up second baseman Abraham Toro.
Popped up left side. It's heading towards the stands, but racing over is Jurickson Profar, just barely in foul territory, and he's able to make the catch.
And the first base runner to reach in this game for the Padres, Manny Machado on a walk.
That'll bring up second baseman Cronenworth.
Lined a base hit. First hit of the game for the Padres. Jake Cronenworth opposite field. And it's first and second with 1 out for San Diego. And there's Luke Voigt.
Swing and a miss. Strikeout, that works as well. Strikeout number 4 for Big Flex. 2 down here in the 4th.
2 on with 2 outs. And that'll bring up first baseman Eric Hosmer. Swing and a miss and a fastball for strike 3. Flexen strikes out the side.
Jorge Alfaro to lead things off for the Friars.
2-2. Strike 3 called. Got him. 6 strikeouts for Flexen. That's his first looking this afternoon.
And Alfaro saying some stuff. Bob Melvin saying some stuff.
3 consecutive strikeouts for Flexen. 1 down, 5th inning. There's a strikeout again. 4 consecutive strikeouts for Big Flex. 2 outs here in the 5th.
And he now has 7 on the afternoon. And he has been on cruise control on this 4th of July Monday here in San Diego. What a job by Chris Flexen.
Bases filled with Mariners. One out in the 6th inning. Already on top 4-0. Cal Raleigh.
Mariners got to cash in on one of these bases loaded situations. That's what we were looking for. To the gap. Giddy up. Base of the fence. Julio scores. JP scores. Here comes Santana. Cal Raleigh rings the bell. Clears the bases, and the Mariners have a 7-0 lead here in San Diego.
Cal Raleigh with a missile out to right center field. He clears them off in the 6th inning, and the Mariners finally get that big hit with the bags packed.
Talk about jumping on a pitch. Woo! Flexen's been outstanding. He has more than carried his load. He has struck out 7. One more, he'll tie his career best. He's walked 1, given up 2 hits. He was perfect through the first 10 men that he faced. Runners at 1st and 2nd, with 1 out here in the 6th.
There's a big at-bat right here for Luke Voigt.
Ground ball, Gino. There's 1, and they will get 2. Yes, indeed.
Flexen's fired up. He's barking at his infield. What a job done. Flexen appreciates the efforts.
Lots to like about what Flex has done. He's en route to his 3rd consecutive victory.
1 out, 1 on.
Check swing. Does he go? He goes. Mazzara commits on the swing, and Chris Flexen has matched a career-high 8 strikeouts this afternoon on July the 4th in San Diego.
Down to first base goes Kim. He walks with 2 outs in the inning.
And not a surprise, here comes Scott Service to get his big right-hander who pitched really well. 6 2/3 with 8 strikeouts, tying his career best. He walked 3.
Swanson comes in and walks the first batter that he faces. And all of a sudden, the Padres have him loaded.
Swanson will have to get Jurickson Profar.
Swinging a fly ball, playable. Shallow left. Dylan Moore comes racing in. Suarez is out. Who's got it? It is Dylan Moore in shallow left field. He makes the catch, and Swanson leaves him loaded. It's a clean line for Flexen.
8-0.
So 1 down, and here is Matthew Batten and a 32nd round pick at a Quinnipiac University in Hamden, Connecticut.
Love that.
There's a base hit into right field for Matthew Batten, his first major league hit. The baseball is headed to the Padres dugout.
Congratulations, Matthew. That's a big league knock.
1 out, 1 on, and here is Trent Grisham. Fly ball sent to deep right field. Back goes Haggerty looking up. It is gone. A 2-run home run for Trent Grisham, his 8th home run of the year, and it's 8-2. So the Padres are not going to be shut out today.
A high fly ball into shallow right field. Going out Toro. Coming in Haggerty. Haggerty is there and makes the catch, and the ball game is over. The Mariners win it. A final score of 8-2 over the Padres.
By the way, Rodriguez becomes the first player in Major League history to have at least 15 home runs and 20 stolen bases in his first 81 games in the big leagues. That's impressive. Flexen held San Diego to just 4 hits in 6 2/3 innings. By the way, Mariner outfielder Jesse Winker began serving his 6-game suspension yesterday. It was originally 7 with that big fight they had with the Angels a couple of weeks ago. They reduced that to 6. J.P. Crawford returned to the lineup after serving a 4-game suspension. And these two teams will go just a quick little 2-game interleague series, a 1:10 matinee this afternoon. Logan Gilbert will pitch for the Mariners. Wenatchee Apple Sox begin the second half of their season. They're in Canada to take on Kelowna, a team they're familiar with. Of course, it took 2 of 3 from the Falcons here in Wenatchee. Last week, they won 9-4 on Thursday, lost 11-7 on Friday, and then won 14-3 to capture that victory. By the way, over the weekend, Bend took 2 of 3 from the Apple Sox. Apple Sox had a huge 14-3 victory on Friday, but that was it. So the second half already of the Apple Sox season is almost upon us. And those are just some of the games that people are playing. At 24 minutes after the hour, I had 4 obscure holidays to choose from. Today is National Bikini Day because the bikini rolled out on this day. Today is National Graham Cracker Day, National Apple Turnover Day, but today is for all you workaholics out there, which is ironic because it's after a 3-day weekend. We all know somebody who comes to work early, leaves late, and doesn't take lunch. And if you don't know one, the odds are you're probably the workaholic, which brings up this fascinating fact. Vacation is not something legally mandated in the United States. We are unique among the developed countries. All other developed nations make paid vacations a law. So you can go to work at a private company and they are under no obligation whatsoever to give you any paid time off at all if they choose not to. Why, we don't know. So in many countries, most of the countries in Europe, you get 20 vacation days a year guaranteed by law, plus paid holidays. Not bad. But for all you workaholics out there, this is your day to don't work so hard. We all know workaholics. They scare me. 25 minutes after the hour. Today in history. Have faith, Mariner fans, or any fans whose baseball team is struggling. This is the standings on the morning of July 5th, 1914. 108 years ago today, if you woke up and opened the sports page, here's your National League standings. As you can see, the Boston Braves, they were swept on Independence Day by the Dodgers. So the Boston Braves wake up on this date in 1914 dead last in the National League. They were 26-40. They were 15 games out of first place. In the 87 games that remained in the 1914 regular season, the Boston Braves went 68-19 to win the National League pennant, and then they upset the Philadelphia Athletics in the 1914 World Series. They have known since then as the Miracle Braves. So think about it. July 5th, dead last, 15 games out of first. They won the pennant. They won the World Championship. It's never, ever too late unless it's too late. Think about the Miracle Braves whenever your team is stinking. Speaking of not smelling particularly good, happy 87th birthday to Spam. Spam hit the marketplace from the Hormel Foods Corporation on this date in 1937. Pork shoulder, ham, salt, water, modified potato starch, sugar, and sodium nitrate. It's a party in your mouth and everybody's invited. Wasn't particularly popular when it was first launched in 1937, but what really changed the game for Spam was World War II. It had a very long shelf life. The military bought millions and millions of pounds of Spam because you could carry it with you. You could cook it if you wanted, but if you didn't want it, you could still eat it. And then Spam, after the World War was over, Spam became big in the Far East, beginning with Hawaii. The state of Hawaii, has the highest per capita consumption of Spam than any other state in the Union. Spam's chief advantage is, of course, it has a very long shelf life. It's pretty affordable, and you can do it with almost anything. So happy birthday to Spam, which is also those nasty emails that nobody wants to read. That's how they got its name, by the way, from that stuff. Let's move forward. 68 years ago today, Elvis, Scotty, and Bill, they were just dinking around at the Sun Record Studio there in Memphis on the night of January 5th, 1954, after their day jobs were over. It wasn't a particularly productive session, and during one of the breaks, Elvis picked up his guitar and started digging into That's All Right Mama by Arthur Big Boy Crudup, a blues classic from 10 years before, and they started dinking around, and Bill Black joined in with his bass, and Scotty Moore came in with his guitar, and Sam Phillips walked into the control room and said, "What are you guys doing?" And Elvis said, "We're just dinking around, playing a little That's All Right, having some fun." He goes, "Well, that's good. Let me roll tape. Start all over again. I'm going to record this." And they did. And they did. And rock and roll history was made. Elvis Presley's first commercial record, That's All Right Mama, recorded on this night in 1954. And the rest is history. I listened to that over the weekend, as a matter of fact. Happy 51st birthday to the 26th Amendment to the Constitution. It lowered the voting age across this country from 21 to 18. It was really cattywampus. The drive to lower the age from 21 to 18 started during the Vietnam War with a slogan that was everywhere, old enough to fight, old enough to vote. The Supreme Court considered whether the provisions of the Voting Rights Act allowed 18 as the cutoff for state and local elections. There were states who wanted to do that. So what they did is the Supreme Court said 18 will work for federal elections, but you had to be older, the 18 or older, to vote in state elections. Well, that would be ridiculous. It'd have to send out 2 different ballots to everybody between the ages of 18 and 21. And so they got busy, real busy. The 26th Amendment passed faster than any amendment in this country's history. It was proposed in Congress on March 23rd, 1971, and became part of the Constitution on this date in 1971. So it took about 4 months for the 26th Amendment to go from proposal to ratification. And now, if you're 18, you can vote. And finally, July 5th, 1994. That would make it 28 years ago today. From his garage at his home in Bellevue, Washington, Jeff Bezos starts Amazon. He chose the Seattle area and the Puget Sound area to start his business because he needed really smart technical people, and Microsoft was based there. So Amazon's net profit last year, their net profit, what they made, $33.364 billion. And half of the total money that Americans spent buying things online last year was from Amazon. They have half the online shopping marketplace. They are the behemoth. Amazon, born in the state 28 years ago. Today, let's do some birthdays. Babe Paley. You're going to go, who the heck's Babe Paley? Babe Paley single-handedly saved the fates of not one, but two television classics. How did she do it? Well, she was married to William Paley, who happened to be the owner of CBS. That helps a lot. In 1967, in April of 1967, Bill Paley comes home from work and says, here, babe, here, honey, here's a list of the shows that the programming people have decided to cancel. And she went down the list and she said, you're canceling Gunsmoke? Gunsmoke had been with CBS for 12 years, but the ratings had declined a little bit. The quality of the show had declined. And Babe said, no, honey, I love Gunsmoke. Don't cancel it, please. So he said, okay. He called up his programmers and said, Babe wants Gunsmoke to stay on the air, so cancel a different show. So they canceled Gilligan's Island instead. And Gunsmoke would run till 1975 because Babe Paley intervened. And then in April of 1973, it happened all over again. Bill Paley came home from work. Here are the shows that our programming guys want to cancel because the ratings stink. And one of those shows, which had just finished its first season, was MASH, which finished like 46th in the ratings in their first season. Nobody watched it. They were getting killed by The Wonderful World of Disney in the ratings. And Babe Paley said, no, honey, it's a great show. It's funny. Bill Paley had never seen it. He goes, okay. So he calls up his flunky, sends me 4 or 5 episodes of MASH, send it to my apartment. And they sat down and they binge-watched MASH, about 4 or 5 episodes, and Bill Paley said, you're right, babe. This is a good show. Let's not cancel it. And not only that, he told his programmers to put it right after All in the Family, which was the #1 show on television. So MASH, in its first year, went to 3 million viewers a week. In its next year, it had 33 million viewers a week because Babe Paley saved the show from cancellation. Babe Paley, born in the state in 1915. Happy 79th birthday to Robbie Robertson, the longtime guitarist with the band. Now, of course, he does mostly cinema work. He does the occasional solo album, Robbie Robertson, and a great guitarist, too. He's 79 years old today. Bill Watterson, who just up and said, I don't want to write Calvin and Hobbes anymore. It was syndicated for 10 years, 1985 to 1995. Bill Watterson, happily retired, is 64 years old today. And Shohei Ohtani, one of the most remarkable baseball players of his generation, maybe the most remarkable baseball player of his generation, Shohei Ohtani of the Angels, who does it all, is 28 years old. Speaking of Amazon, when we come back, Mike McNaughty has a commentary about Amazon. And then we're going to show you highlights of last night's 4th of July fireworks spectacular from Walla Walla Point Park. You're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel.
This is the NCW Live concert calendar. Fridays, it's live music at Alta Cellars in downtown Manson from 4 to 7 p.m. Sunday, it's Succession Winery located between Chelan and Manson with live music from 2 to 5. Chelan Cellars and Sorrento's Restaurante present music on Mondays at 4 p.m. weekly. Check the individual websites for more information. That's the NCW Live concert calendar.
Transform your windows with a variety of colors and styles like the Allure Transitional Window Covering by Lafayette Interior Fashions. Hi, this is Darren with Mini Blinds and More. We can install the latest and greatest in technology to open and close your blinds with only a touch of a button. From the largest windows in your home to room darkening shades for the bedroom. From stylish shades for your entertainment room to custom blinds for those hard-to-fit places. We have a solution for all of your window covering needs. We offer a variety of window coverings from Lafayette Interior Fashions. Call us today. We are Mini Blinds and More, your local blind store.
Let Mary Maid's custom cleaning experts help you clean up your to-do list. Between work, kids, and pets, it's hard to find time to keep up. Let Mary Maids of Wenatchee help. Mary Maid's cleaning experts can help keep your home or business fresh, neat, and exactly how you'd clean it if you only had the time. Call now for a free estimate. 509-663-1710. Serving Chelan and Douglas counties. Mary Maids, let us help.
With all the variety on SureStream TV from Localtel, there's always something to watch. But what if you hit the couch in the middle of all the shows? That's a perfect time to use the features Catch Up or Restart. Catch up on shows from up to 3 days ago, or restart your show from the beginning. Go to your guide and select the show to restart. Then play, pause, rewind on your schedule. Don't forget, SureStream TV from Localtel lets you decide when shows begin.
This is Mike Mad Dog McNaughty, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. So you search all over town to find out what you're looking for. You find it, you wait in line, you pay for the item, you bring it home, but then you find out it's not right, or it doesn't work, or whatever, and you try to take it back, and sure, there's some places where this is no problem, but not everywhere, not by any stretch. Okay? This is one of the reasons why retail services like Amazon are such a success. Not only because of their convenience in returning an item for any reason, but because of the negative experience many of us had when attempting to do so with a local retailer. Customer service folks, hey, many businesses claim to practice customer service, but there really aren't too many that are doing it the right way. Many of them think they're doing you a favor by taking your money in the first place. Not good. This is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and that's my opinion.
Getting ready for the boating season is easy with the help of Bob File Boats and Motors. Now's the time of year to upgrade your boat from a new motor, a bow mount, installing a state-of-the-art GPS fish finder, or just fixing your trailer lights. Make your appointment today. With marine technology changing fast, the service department stays up to date with the newest developments and factory certifications. Spend more time on the water and less time at the shore. Get ready for summer fun now at Bob File Boats and Motors.
Traditional values and innovation in honoring the life of each family we serve is part of the ministry of Heritage Memorial Chapel. Our staff is committed to walk with your family with compassion through this time of grief. We are here to help and here to serve, the right kind of help when you need it most. Heritage Memorial Chapel.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders, or something else altogether. We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35 plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
When Mike leaves town, it's a little scary. You never know who might be outside.
but we feel safer inside knowing our home is being monitored by a local company. I can check our alarm from just about anywhere, so when we get home, I know it's safe.
Protect your family and save money with a local company. Switch your current security monitoring to Guardian Services from LocalTel. Call Guardian Security from LocalTel now or visit localtel.net to learn more.
Brian's Pizza and Bowling is changing their name to That Pizza Place. Now, there's still your same favorite locally owned family pizza and bowling center, That Pizza Place. Come hang out in downtown Kashmir.
The NCW Life Channel offers marketing packages that help you build your brand and sell your products and services. From traditional TV ads to targeted digital campaigns, let us help you build your customer base. Call NCW Life Channel today.
D&L Army Surplus in Wenatchee is stocked with items for the whole family. From ammo to collectibles and so much more, D&L Army Surplus, your one-stop shop for military surplus, survival, camping, and tactical gear. Bring the whole family and stop on by today.
Connect with us on Networked as we introduce you to the people and organizations who are leading innovation in the region. Get inspired, engaged, and networked right here on the NCW Life Channel.
Crystal's Restaurant and Lounge in Leavenworth has a warm environment to enhance your dining experience. Serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Crystal's Intimate Lounge is a wonderful place to relax and dine with beautiful views of the mountains. Do you have a special occasion coming up? Call Crystal's to reserve their event space. Whether your event is grand, intimate, or casual, Crystal's provides unforgettable food and superb service. Crystal's Restaurant and Lounge, proud to be serving fabulous food and drinks.
It has really been a great partnership between Succession and NCW Life. It's not always easy to sit in front of a camera or a microphone, but you guys have made it a really nice process.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chase on the other side. You can just
Great, I want that one. I would like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
And we are back on this Tuesday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Yes, I know, it feels like a Monday, but no, it isn't. It's a Tuesday. Hope you enjoyed the little highlight package from the Let's Have a Blast 4th of July celebration from last night. Our view that we got from the roof of the Town Toyota Center is by far the best view you can possibly get, I think, because we're pretty close to the same level as the fireworks where they explode, but at the same time, you're pretty close to them as well. You get the best of both worlds. A lot of people at the park, a few boats out on the water. It was a good crowd. A splendid time was had by all. Quick check of temperatures around the region right now. Chelan, you're at 57. Wenatchee, 55. Moses Lake, 61. Downtown Dryden, 55. Suburban Dryden, also 55. That's a quick look at your weather forecast. You want to do some cameras around the valley there, Captain? Let's take a look, see what we got here as the Tuesday morning commute is well underway. It's also vacation time. You'll notice traffic will be a little bit lighter. And of course, there's no school. A lot of people start taking some time off during the summertime, especially since we had that 3-day weekend. A lot of people are stretching that into a 4-day weekend or a 5-day weekend as we take a look at the Senator George Celebridge traffic about normal for this time of the year, just a few minutes before 8 o'clock. What else you got in your menu there? Back up to Greens Knob. That cloud bank's been hanging around there since the show began. Now, that's a ways up Lake Chelan. Right now, Chelan here at 57. That's quite a ways from the town of Chelan proper. Great view, though, of Greens Knob as we look out towards Tehican and Holden, which is tucked around the bend there. Good morning to the lake. Camera number 3. We're off to the hose landing camera, pointed right down the Columbia River towards the Rocky Reach Dam and all the way toward, you can actually, if you squint, you can see a little bit of the Wenatchee Valley proper and Mission Ridge at the top of your screen. That's from the Hose Landing camera on the Douglas County side of the river. Good morning to Lake Antioch. And the fourth camera, we wrap things up back to the Wenatchee Valley property. You can see the high clouds hanging around. We had a cool down over the weekend. We started out with 87 on Saturday. It was really nice. But Sunday we cooled down to 76, and then yesterday we only topped off at 74. But we're going to be right back into the 80s starting today from the National Weather Service. Here's your forecast. We're looking at least lower 80s, maybe a little bit warmer than that today, under partly sunny skies. Our normal high this time of the year is 84 degrees, so we'll be right about there. 63 for the overnight low tonight. A few clouds, in fact, quite a bit of cloud cover. That's why we're going to have the mild overnight low. Wednesday, partly sunny, slight chance of a little bit of light rain. It would be in the early morning hours, if in fact it happens at all, with a high of 85 degrees. Again, 61 for the overnight low on Wednesday. Thursday looks good, partly sunny, again, hovering right around 85 or so, give or take a couple. 58 for the overnight low on Thursday. Friday, another day of 85 with an overnight low of 58, but we're not dealing with any kind of high clouds or filtered sunshine at all, it looks like. On Friday and Saturday, we warm up a couple of degrees on Sunday, and it gets pretty close to hot by the time we get to Monday. So we're in for a very pleasant stretch of weather. Again, a few passing clouds, and that's really about it. Sunny and mild, but not too bad. And that is it for us. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.